where's my...
Oh, it's just falling down.
No, it's... Oh, did you already button it? Did you put it on?
Oh, okay.
How do I look? That's good?
Gorgeous. As handsome as ever. As beautiful as
Can
a
you see my
roaring
knees?
lion.
Is it bad? I don't know if it's bad. I've got nice clean shorts on. It's a different look. Does it look professional? Okay, all right. Okay. Can I have that fan blowing at me, please, right here? It's hot in here. From now on, the air and the fan starts at 10 o'clock because 2 hours to cool it down. Go. Okay, can I say something? Is that the camera right there I'm looking at? Welcome back?
Yes.
Over
You're
there.
that camera, I'm
That
that
camera.
Yeah.
Thank you. Good. I didn't miss it. You ready? Oh wait, this is not the Human Quality Show, is it?
No.
Today we're supposed to have the Human Quality Show with John. Where is he? What are we doing, guys? Okay.
You can just mention casually, and I use the...
No, just don't cut the intro. Okay, let's just do a health live Q&A today. And we'll do John tomorrow. Okay, John tomorrow. I got this. Go. And 3, 2, 1. Welcome back, Bravehearts, to the Doc of Detox show. I'm Dr. Darryl Wolf, and today is, well, it's kind of a mixture, okay? It's like one of the last days of the 6-day advanced water fasting challenge, okay? But we're also going to be utilizing this today instead of tomorrow as the New World Health Live Q&A. So we're going to be talking about fasting. We're going to be talking about health today. And today I've got the beautiful Serena.
Hola, how are you? I'm Serena.
And she's from Singapore. And what we're going to do today to do something a little bit different is Serena's going to take her time and she's going to tell you about her health journey. But before you ever start a health journey, you have a sick journey. Isn't that something, eh? This is the craziest world, okay, where when we get here, okay, we've got the government, we've got what we call health care, which is medical care, telling us how we should live. We've got food corporations that are owned by the petroleum corporations telling us how to eat. So the reality is, you're not stupid. Trust me, you just got given stupid beliefs and you got given a health manual that was written for the elite that is based on cut, poison, and burn, but more poison in your water, your food, and your air and mind than anything before. You know, I was just saying this morning on a one-a-day that if we could take control of the media, we could take control of the world. But good luck with that one. You'll never get your hands on that one. And that's why the majority of the population, okay, is not doing so good. Okay, but everybody, so just know you can come on Zoom. Do they have the Zoom link? You can come on Zoom, you can come live on Zoom, or you can send your questions in from Rumble, Facebook, and also Rumble, Facebook, and YouTube. So you can send your questions in, we'll see those. Get rid of this Bitcoin thing. Okay, when you see reply to Dr. Wolf, I never ever do Bitcoin. I never share it. Cancel these people. Don't go near these people. They're ripping people off that are coming on my website and my shows. And that's the new ripoff. Okay, so I think this is coming from out of night. If you like Bitcoin, go do it. But just know if anybody mentions Bitcoin here, they want to get your coin. Okay, they want a bit of your coin. Maybe they want it all. I don't know. So Serena, we're going to talk here for a few minutes, and Serena's going to fill you in on her little journey. And it's not a little journey. It's a Braveheart woman's journey. And understand, women, you need to listen to this. Okay? Go ahead, Serena.
Well,
Now, we will, my apologies, we will be taking all the questions that you have on your 6-day advanced water fast. which actually ends, okay, tomorrow. Okay, so like Wednesday, you would definitely be done your 6-day advanced water fast. And we'll also, before the end of the show, telling you when the next one is. And the next one is not that far away. It's only 4 weeks away. And we usually do them every 6 to
8 weeks, right?
8 weeks. But the reality is that we're getting into 3 back-to-back New World Practitioner trainings where we do our whole life coach, then we do our Wolf non-surgical, and we're back to back, and we go straight through all summer. That's how busy we are with doing trainings for people all over the world. So think about this. So all the restrictions, and we still sell out every class, don't we? Mm-hmm. You know, we have 28 people in this class. This is the smallest one we had. But the reality is people are waking up, okay, that you need to become your own practitioner, like Serena's going to talk about right now. Go ahead, sweetheart.
Well, just before, as you are here on the for the water fast, the advanced water fast by Dr. Darryl Wolf is an amazing way to detox whatever crap is in your body over the years of taking medication, antibiotics, bad environment in your life, bad food, or the wrong kind of food that does not work. So the 6-day advanced water fast.
How about bad thought? Because people don't realize that. Yes. The fast actually cleans up your thought.
Yes, bad thoughts, even bad emotions. When you're angry, when you're frustrated, when you hate people, or when you start judging, all that forms into toxins, and it needs to be detoxed. And the fastest and the safest way to get rid of it is through the 6 days advanced water fast. And I've done it a couple of times, and it definitely has helped me to get to where I am today, from all the toxins I had in my body, from 33 radiations and
33 radiations. Now, isn't that something? We have what's called the 33-day awakening, because that's what I think it takes to actually create.
Yeah,
that's what it
wow.
takes. That's what it takes to create a new prominent dominant belief.
Right.
People say 21, but no. 3 weeks, no, it's not enough. It's not enough. So you did 33.
33. I asked the doctor, why 33? He says that's the protocol. Anyway, before I jump the story, let me just tell you, from a routine medical checkup for a job interview or for a new job, we were asked to do a normal physical blood test, blood works, just a full body medical physical checkup. And I had a very high Epstein-Barr viral reading, which was, for a normal person, should be 0. Mine was 680 something. I had no idea what that was. So the doctor followed up and called me and said, oh, you have a very high reading. You have to come in. We need to work on you. We need to see what's wrong. I didn't obey. I went away for a couple of weeks, months, and I came back again in the middle of May of 2014. And the doctor said, it's too high. We have to do a biopsy on your nasopharyngeal passageway. I said, okay. Apparently, they took out a biopsy, did a biopsy test, and said there is a tumor, and we've got rid of it. But we checked it's there, and the only way to get rid of it is through 33 radiation for the next 6 weeks, adjunct with 8 chemotherapies. I went ballistic. I said, what? I had no symptoms. I'm always running, doing yoga, doing Pilates, training for Ironman, for a half Ironman, doing a triathlon races, etc. Long bike rides. I'm an outdoor person. I had no symptoms whatsoever. So the doctor explained to me, if you don't do the radiation, your cancer, he now calls it NPC, which is long for nasopharyngeal carcinoma. And he said, it will get to your pancreas. And once it gets to your pancreas, there's nothing we can do. So they put that fear in me, and I said, oh, okay. But before I agreed to do what he said, I went back home and did some research on this NPC that they call. And I couldn't find much in English. A lot was published in Chinese, and I don't read medical Chinese, and I can't read. They were done in Hong Kong and out from China and Taiwan. And I've since learned that it's a very common so-called disease in Asia. There were connecting it with, you know how Asians eat salted fish and preserved vegetables and preserved food stuff. And they reckon it's from the preservation of this food stuff that caused this NPC, along with bad environment and other disadvantageous products that you consume in your life. So, and I looked at myself and said, I don't have any of that. I've been living in nice countries, and the only place I was living then was in Singapore. So anyway, I went back to the doctor. He said, you now have to do this, because if you don't, it will get to your pancreas and then to your blood. And that's when we cannot help you anymore. So I said to him, okay, how soon can this be done and how long will it take? He said 33 radiations Monday to Friday. And on Mondays, before you come to see me, before you come for the radiation, you need to do chemo to support the radiation. And I lived not far from the hospital, so I would walk every morning. He fitted me with a mask and etc. All was done, and I wanted to travel to America in September. So I asked him, how long would that take? He said 6 weeks. You'll be fine once you're done the radiation. You can travel. You can fly out already. So it went. So I went to the hospital every day from my home, walked down the hill to the hospital, and each day I was getting weaker and weaker and weaker. And everything was found on my right side. So the oncologist referred me to an ENT specialist who did the biopsy and did the radiation. Now, after 23 radiations, I asked the doctor, the radiologist, I said, do I need to do any more chemotherapy? He looked at me and he said, what chemo? And I said, holy moly, you do not know? Don't you talk to my doctor? I said, don't you guys communicate what you're doing for me, to me? He said to me, please do not let your oncologist know that I told you the next 2 chemo is not necessary. That was when I realized, what have I got myself into? All right, the damage has been done. I finished my radiation, and I went back to the doctor, and I told the doctor, the oncologist, I do not want the next 2 chemotherapy. And he said to me, I need your family member, your husband, or someone to come in to the office to see me. I need a witness to certify that you have denied the last 2 chemotherapies that is due to you. And I said, okay. So my husband and my son and daughter all came in to see him. So my whole family were there. And he said, I need to hear from her, and I need you, the husband, to say, yes, you agree with me. And then he brought in a nurse to sign off the consent form, and my husband turned to him and said to him, asked him this question, hey doc,
No, they're still up.
if this was your family, your wife, would you do it?
Just sitting here standing.
In one word.
We have so much
He
work
turned his
going
head
on.
away
He
and he
needs to be
said
cutting
no.
and pasting and slicing
And
dicing.
then my daughter, I think,
Seriously,
asked him,
guys.
what's
And we need
the
things to be said
percentage of
properly,
people
we've got
that
airs
walk
on,
away from your
fans on.
clinic after they have done radiation, chemotherapy? He said something like, it was like 7%, 8%, or 18%. I think it was 18%. And at that point, my husband said to him, then why are we doing this? So he let me off for the last 2 chemotherapy.
He let you off.
Yeah.
Do
He let
you
me off.
understand, everybody, what's going on? He let me off. Do you see? Do you see who's your authority?
Me.
No.
But at that time, him.
No, the medical system is the authority all over. Listen, they are the biggest religion on this planet. Okay, if they say something, people don't question it. Now, if people come to us, okay, if they come to us, they'll question us. Can my child take this? Can I take that? If I mix it with this, am I going to be okay? We're not allowed to poison anyone. We're not allowed to hurt anyone. Not that we would ever do it. We would never do that. Understand that.
Yeah.
But understand this. You won't question authority. What authority? Like they have authority over you. And you didn't question it back then.
See
Who
how
would take 33 radiations and 8 chemos?
Yeah.
Tell everybody, see the scab on her nose? Do a close-up if you can. Can you see it? close up. See there, she has a scab on her nose.
More close up.
So, when you take a look at this, it's almost healed, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
So she came in yesterday, and I told her, not yesterday, about 5 days ago, and I said, this is because of the C60, the IGF, the infinite iodine. This is because of all the 6-day advanced water fasting. All of this brings it to the surface. It drives it out of the body. Look at everyone. You got to get this. All pain, all inflammation, all swelling, all stiffness, all your suffering is because you're not in alignment. So go ahead. Do chemical poisoning to the body, whatever it is, radiation, chemo, drugs, alcohol, prescription drugs, or any other
Antibiotics, yeah.
physical, emotionally abusive thing that people like to do to themselves, okay? And you're going to have to then get rid of it later. So in life, if you bring in something that's higher vibrational, it's going to kick out something low vibrational. So with all the high vibrational things that Serena has done, okay, we're talking about radiation, we're talking about chemo. I hope you know once you get chemo, it stays in you forever and it turns on you. It's like you buried toxic waste down in your body and you think it's not going to show its ugly head. Well, it's coming back for you. It's just like when you get a surgery. Surgery causes more scar tissue than anything else you could ever do. And guess what? Everybody after they have surgery, they need Wolf non-surgical. I'll give you a money back guarantee that right after we do the first treatment, you're going to, oh my God, thank God you got rid of the adhesions. You got rid of the fibroids. You got rid of the stiffness. You got rid of the swelling. You have swelling because you have a dam there. That dam is scar tissue and it holds all the water and the fluid, and that's why you puff up. All inflammation, all stiffness, all bloating, all pain are physical blocks, and that's it. And do you know why you get them? Because guess what? The doctor let me off the hook.
Well, he did. He let me off. But he came back and said, okay, you are free to negate these last two. I'll take those two away from you, but we need to administer 18 more chemotherapies throughout the next 5 years of your life. And I looked at him. That's when my husband said, oh yeah? Would you do it if your daughter was if this was your daughter? And he said, no. So, was it your wife? No. Your daughter? No. If he wanted to his family, why would you do it to my wife? So, 5 years, for the next 5 years. And I said, no, doc, I don't need it. We went away for vacation for Christmas and we came back. I was hounded by his nurse every other week. You have to calm down, because we have to report that you're kind of like I'm a escapee from the prison of chemotherapy, because we have to report that you refuse, and we have given you the protocol of 18 more and you're not taking even one of them. I said, I felt like a prisoner. Oh, I'm a runaway from a chemo jail. It's like ridiculous. So I never went back to the doctor. I never saw him again. I refused to have any contact with them. And I then since found Daryl. And before that, my son went to look for some natural healing and detox products, and we found this amazing mushroom that Daryl is going to be carrying. And
it's called Thunderstorms.
It's life-changing. I want to share this I don't know whether you know that, Daryl. I had a cell-sonic treatment from Sage.
Can I tell them what it is?
Yes.
A cell-sonic is the world's most powerful energy medicine device. And when I say this, I'll back it up. We're actually going to do a show for you next week with it. And cell-sonic is 25,000 volts. Now think about this. You could put your finger in a socket with 120 volts and give yourself a fart attack. But this is 25,000 volts put into a love harmonic. If I told you that it can shut down anything from inflammation, which cancer is an inflammation, and it can shut down any inflammation all the way to cancer like this. I didn't say it cures things because we don't use that word, because cure is something that goes away and never comes back. But you can't cure anything you can only create a perfect day that you are loving and caring for yourself all day if you want to have a healthy, healing body. Your body will never heal unless you are in the driver's seat of unconditional self-love.
Well, so I took the mushroom. But before, someone's asking about nasopharyngeal carcinoma. It's something to do with the nasal passageway. When you have a high EBV reading, it's because you've overstressed your body.
And that's what it's from.
Yeah.
This is, I mean, look at her. Could you tell?
So I went to Phuket for a detox retreat and bumped into this doctor who was doing a talk on care after chemo and etc. about self-love, self-care. And I casually said to him about my MRI reports. And he says, bring them to me, I'll have a look. And he asked me, I want to share this because it's very simple and the world must know about this, that if you overstress your body, he asked me, he says, okay, what have you done differently before this happened? He says, I said, I've been training for a half Ironman triathlon. He said, okay, how old are you? I said, 56, going on 57. He said, at 57, who trains for a half Ironman at age 57? Okay, 27 maybe, 17, 47 even. But at 57, you're already going downhill. I said, okay. He says, that's what happened. Your body is sending you messages. Please rest me. Don't overwork me. But you know how we have such egos. So I can do this. I'm going to do this. I will do this. And I tried to do it, but did not listen to my body, and that's what happened. The EBV reading went very high. He said all you needed to do was just go away somewhere peaceful and calm, rest, sit on a hammock by the beach, get in the iodide from the ocean, rest. 1 week, 2 weeks maximum. 3 weeks, you'll be back to normal. Which was what I did only after the radiation and chemo. I should have done this before. But anyway, back to how this got out of my body was from a Salsonic treatment. I think it is from the Salsonic treatment. After the treatment from Sage.
Can I tell them what it does?
Yes.
So 25,000 volts goes into the body. You got to try to picture this. I'm going to try to give you a little bit of a science lesson. So 25,000 volts in a love harmonic. So you are taking it in as 25,000 volts, but it doesn't harm the body because it's such high vibrational, positive harmonics in the body. So it's not like the Thunderbolt 25,000. Now, when that goes in, this might be over everybody's heads, but it wouldn't be over someone's head if they understood science. If a person has no energy, they have no electricity in their body. That means they aren't even alive. If a person is sick and they can't get well, that means there's no electricity in the cells. Every cell is a little battery. Now, for a lot of people, they have left the lights on too often, too many times in their body, so they drain the battery. And that's what we do. Push, push, push. No recuperation, no restoration, right?
Right.
Okay. So now the full charge never comes back, but I guarantee you that was Serena, and she will tell you that she is a AAA personality. Okay? And so am I, but I have it under control. If you don't master your mind mind will burn your body up. You won't need radiation to do it. Okay. So when this 25,000 volts goes in, it actually goes in and knocks off a calcium wall off of the mitochondria. The mitochondria are little like power plants in every cell. They make ATP, and ATP is the energy that you have that gives you all the joy and the fun and the exercise, the dance, the healing in your life. This is why sick people will never get well. Where are they going to get their energy from? Okay, from eating, we already know their digestive tract is broken down. We already know that most, even natural health practitioners, don't understand electrical energy in the cells, less nutrition. Most people think that if you read a bottle and it's got all this stuff in there, it's going to do it. Well, it's not. So when we do a cell sonic, we are going in and supercharging the cells, saying this: you're not sick. Look at the vibration you've got in your cell. It's totally healthy. And that vibration actually knocks off the calcium off of the ATP, not off the ATP, but off the mitochondria. So now they can spin 2,500 times like they're supposed to, instead of only 500 times per second. So by doing that, it doesn't just shake off the calcium that went in there to buffer down the acidity from the stress. Because guess what? Stress is a frequency, isn't it? Stress is a frequency. And it'll go all the way down to your cells and it'll tear your cells apart from the inside out. So now we're going in telling the cells with the frequency from the cell sonic, you're not sick. The cell goes, thank you very much, you're right, because look at all the energy. I haven't had this energy since I was 6 years old, 5 years old. And guess what? Right after the cell sonic, tell them what happened.
So my radiation was mostly on the right side of my face. And it caused a lot of issues internally. The mouth is dry, the teeth and the gums weaken, and you lose a lot of dentine and a lot of healthy mouth. All the healthy mouth issues, all the bad mouth issues happen.
Gum disease.
Gum disease,
and
yes.
Osteoporosis of the whole jawbone,
yeah, yes.
Okay, and teeth area.
And I had beautiful teeth before. I never had any feeling until maybe after this radiation. Anyway, so I said to the dentist here, she said to me, you have a loose tooth and it's infected. I said, don't pull it out. Let me go and do my therapy with the doc of Detox. I'm taking Marigen. I'm going to double, triple my dosage, and I'm going for a cell sonic treatment. So I did. After the cell sonic treatment, 3 days later, I could not drink hot water. When I do a gargle hot water in my teeth, the back molars were very sore. The left one first, and then 2 days later, it got better, and then the right one came. And then gradually, I felt the pain going up along the trail of where the radiation was. And lo and behold, 5 days later, a week or 10 days later, this spot came up. And then
there was a few more. Another one here?
Here. This spot here came up, and right here was a big one. So I have pictures of them. And if you want to see some ugly pictures of some bad spots, yeah. And I have never felt, it was throbbing, but my whole face was throbbing.
And know that she was not ugly. The ugly was coming out of her.
I could see, I could feel it. The wonderful thing I did was also, I sprayed what I did. I sprayed iodine, infinite iodine on my face, put silver gel and a bit of black diamond powder on the silver gel and tap it on all the places. All area was throbbing, kaboom, kaboom. I never imagined the power of black diamond. It just went pump, 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 pumping. And I thought, that's good. Something's coming out. This shit's coming out.
Black diamond is the only nano pure humic fulvic in the world, and we can stand behind that. We have the only actual plant that makes heavy metal free, toxic free humic fulvic in the world. And I know people are going to go, that can't be true. We are.
It's
so go
powerful.
check everybody else that sells it. They don't have it, and they can't prove it to you. I can give you scientific analysis because every batch we put out has to be analyzed. We are the only government-approved plant for humic fulvic in the world. And I'll be doing a show tomorrow with actually the chemist and the person who runs the plant for us and actually makes our humic fulvic.
So my husband was here for a couple of weeks, and I would apply the black diamond on my face, on all the spots, and in fact, and I looked like a monster. But it was worth it because the next day, the pain disappeared. Now, the other thing I triple up was, my son said to me, if any inflammation, triple, quadruple, Thunderstorm intake, which I did immediately. And I'm telling you, I have no pain. It's just coming out of me. And it's
the other one is C60.
Yes, so I spray iodine and C60 first, and then I put the silver gel and the black diamond, and I go to sleep with it. Then I go to the beach, I do a scrub, I keep away from the sun, and I put my head in the salt water to wash, and I come back home in the evening, and I do the same routine for the next 5 days, so it was 5 days. And I was quite impressed that there's no scarring up my nose, up my face here.
And look at how deep the one on. Okay, right now you're looking at a scab that's actually rising because the new tissue's coming. She will not have one scar, and that was probably, I'd say, an 1/8 inch deep.
Yeah,
1/8 inch deep on her nose. That should be a scar, and she will not have a scar. Nothing. She'll have brand new skin. look at everyone. It's not the shape you're in and that you need to worry about, okay? It's knowing the right thing to do. Look at everything is about vibration. And I don't mind, you know, I call the 800, my extension 5. You can come on and challenge me anytime you want, scientists, doctors, whoever you are, with whatever we say. But the reality is everybody needs to understand out there that you don't have to be sick. And everything's about vibration. Your body is the most amazing healing device, and they don't want you to know this. But remember something. Every supplement you take, everything that you do, every word that you speak, every word that you listen to, everything that you drink, everything that you eat, it all depends on the frequency of what's attached to it to decide what your healing's going to be like, your life is going to be like, your energy levels are going to be like. So don't you even think that all supplements are equal or even close to it. And that's a fact. I'll tell you, 1 out of every 1,000 supplements are worth their weight in gold, only because of the frequency and the vibration and the light they hold.
Yeah, someone was asking about the Southsonic, but the amazing thing was when I first arrived here, I did a lot of wolf non-surgical, and that was the beginning of the opening and the release of the toxins out of my body. I did a lot of work with Sage and Jason, and they put me through the pain threshold and extended my pain threshold. It was amazing. And then when the Southsonic was set up by Daryl, of course, along the way, I would do my scrubbing, my brushing, my clapping. Don't forget the clapper. It's super amazing.
Can I tell them to do something? I want you to take a close-up of her arms and her legs. Take a close-up of her arms and legs. You need to see this. Now, please don't get me wrong. Why don't you tell them so it doesn't look like I'm being nasty? Tell them what your arms and legs look like from the chemo and the radiation.
I was a crepe paper. You know what crepe paper is? Well, I was
really close.
I shriveled up. I shriveled, I shrank,
arms and legs.
I shortened. My skin was dry. My skin was I had spots everywhere, brown spots everywhere, and now it's so clear. Look at that. Amazing.
Yeah. So I got to tell you, but it's not just that. She also goes and does sand scrubs.
So I go to the beach and do my sand scrub. I brush first, and then I scrub. When I clap, I brush and I scrub. And then I get back home and I just chill. And the wonderful thing about this whole therapy is it works. But it's up to you to find the time to do this, to pamper yourself, to heal yourself, to rid yourself of whatever toxin is in your body. And you know what? It's amazing. It really rids the toxic mind as well.
Why won't they ever have the time? Do you know? Tell them why they won't have the time. Because they don't love themselves.
They don't love them because you don't love yourself.
You'll never have the time.
First. Yeah.
You'll never have the time because you just couldn't love yourself enough because you were taught to disrespect yourself. Yeah. That's why.
Honor yourself. You deserve it. Your body deserves it. And I'm like super happy that things have come out. But the one big benefit of this whole toxin coming out of my body is also I find myself have been being very calm. I think the poison, the toxins in my body is finally coming out from the radiation and chemo drugs. And that definitely, I believe, have a lot to do with your emotions, your anger, your frustration, and your impatience with yourself, and your lack of love for yourself.
Trust me, Santa's not happy. He's grumpy. Okay? Nobody can be that toxic and be happy. Isn't it kind of funny? They show us somebody that's very sickly, but Santa's a happy, jolly person. Everything is made up. The whole world is a stage.
Yeah.
And it's to make you be confused about everything. Toxic people are not happy people. How could you be toxic and happy? And I'm not trying to put anybody down. I'm trying to tell you that you're out of alignment. You can't be fun to be with. And that's why your relationship sucks with yourself and with your partner.
Yeah. So I am the movie star in my own show. I am the one that I have to care for, and I really appreciate what I've learned here. I'm going to be here for a while, and I'm happy to share. Along the way, I've done a lot of things for myself in the self-healing pathway. And with all the therapies that we have here, the Wolf non-surgical, the Salsonic, the basic tools, let's not even talk about the Salsonic. We have tools that is very affordable, the clappers, the belly button, the brush, the beach, the sea is free.
But the reality is if you were to come here and just visit with us and play with us.
Totally. You'll be amazed.
Stay with us just a little bit. You're going to go home and know how to love yourself well and your family. That's what it comes down to. We have personal treatment and training, 6 different ones. We have our courses. We have our treatments if you just want to come for that. And maybe you don't want to do anything. Maybe you just want to come to the morning meetings.
Mm-hmm. But just remember this, never allow anyone to put fear into you, to rush you into some medical treatments like cut, burn, and poison. Do your homework. There's always a natural way. Nature has created so much beautiful things around us for us to heal from it. And we have grateful and intelligent and help and natural healers like Daryl. And
do we have Zoom up?
So we need to have all that. And realize that we are the master of our own body, and we can heal ourselves through whatever we have whatever is created here for us. Do not allow any medical practitioners to put fear into you, to rush into anything that is
or
not
natural health.
Not natural.
You know,
yeah, and all other natural health. There are natural health practitioners that put you in the wrong place as well. So you have to do your own homework. You have to be mindful and do the right research, and then ask around, seek other help, because it's very important to have knowledge and then to take the right action for yourself, because it's all about self-care, self-worth, self-love. Very important.
And understand that almost all practitioners and people in this world have good intentions. They just don't have good information. You can't give what you're not. And what if your information was fraudulent?
That's also true. Yes, I did get some false information online when I was Google searching for NPC and what it's about and how and why. So there are some false. So not everything out of Google is the truth. Let me share that with you.
Let's answer some questions. Can we start at the top of, okay, and then as I go answer them, please go through them slowly and pick the ones. Jean, so beautiful. I wish to be there. Hey, Jean, love to see you someday. Okay,
Tammy.
Let's keep going. Serena, have you tried FECO, several strains of certified high THC and low CBD on your nasal radiation burn? Or, well, Manuka honey's good. Nothing will surpass C60, and please don't get me wrong, anyone, but C60 has the highest vibration of any product on the planet right now. Nothing can touch it. And understand, why is it that C60 is being touted as the ultimate weapon against the V and the C? And everybody knows what I'm talking about. Why is it that in Spain they're trying to make C60 illegal? Why are they trying to do that, everyone? France, not Spain. Why in France are they trying to make it illegal? Okay, because of exactly what it does. So understand, nothing, I could tell you stories that would just, you would not believe what C60 does. So,
yeah.
And as far as the CBD and THC, our products are made by the Mexican military, and we fall under their license. And nobody has the purity as the Mexican military. Let me tell you that.
That is an amazing product.
We have the best. We are coming out with the new one. It's the premium blend, and it'll be here this week.
Wow. If you have problem with sleeping, the THC CBD is the Dr. Detox. It's amazing. It puts you into such a deep sleep. You wake up after 8 hours fresh. It really is powerful. I tried a few things before doing my radiation care. I couldn't sleep very well, and from time to time I still don't sleep very well. But since this product came out, I was gobsmacked by the power of that product. It's really amazing.
And somebody just said, thank God you survived the chemo and radiation.
Oh, thank God I did. I just want to share with you that I was in a group of 13 people, and the 12 are continuing to take the chemo for the next 5 years. None of them are alive today. I'm the only one from the round table that's alive. I'm sorry to say that, but I'm glad I did not follow them. They did half natural therapy and half chemotherapy. I went completely out of the chemo, the medical route, and went natural.
Hold on, Gad, please.
So
I'll let you know.
I went completely away from the medical route and did natural therapy all the way through, whereas the others did half and half just to be sure. And we had two persons in the group that took the mushroom as well, but only for 1 month. And the doctor said, don't waste your money if you drink for 1 month. You got to do it for at least a year, 2 years, because you have cancer. You have been through chemo and radiation, so you need more than that.
Understand when you're talking about dealing with a cancer situation or any type of autoimmune disease, you can't play poverty consciousness.
Yes, exactly.
And you can't minimize yourself. You've got a 20-foot hole. You can't come out with a 5-foot ladder and say, I'll climb it 4 times and that gets me out.
Yeah.
You're not going to get out.
Yeah.
Understand, everybody, if you've got a situation going on, please, you're worth it. Spend $150, get a consult from one of our master consultants, right?
Yes.
And then you've got lifetime support for free, and you get our 320-page Perfect Day Lifestyle Manual, which is the best health book ever written if you want to be guided on understanding your symptoms, understanding diet, nutrition, exercise, and the mind. Okay?
So I have people saying to me, wow, the mushroom therapy is so expensive. How could you afford it? Well, I couldn't afford it. I had to sell stuff to get the money. I had to find ways to get the money, and we did. We refinanced our house. We did everything. We got ourselves into debt because I wasn't going to be alive and not enjoy my life. What am I going to do if I'm half crippled with 2 buildings? So that was it. We refinanced whatever we have. We sold whatever we could to get the money for the 2-year therapy. I needed the mushroom for a minimum of 2 years. And I followed through, and I'm so happy. I'm not in debt anymore, but like
but understand, everyone, we will not have those for another 8 weeks.
Right. But like Daryl says, poverty consciousness is not going to get you anywhere. If you need healing, it has to be done, especially cancer. It doesn't pay to do inky-dinky snitch the house therapy. It doesn't work. You have to go all the way through, finish it, do the course, because like those people that didn't finish the therapy, they did not last. So you have the 5 years of chemo just was stronger than the 1 month or 3 months of Thunderstorms, for example. So it will get to you if you do the shortcut, inky dinky snitch the house way.
So understand this, that sickness and disease, sickness is your body saying one thing, and disease is the same thing. And what's that? Your body, it's nature telling you that you're out of alignment. It's nature's way of telling you you're out of alignment. You're not sick. You don't have a disease. You're out of alignment. You're out of alignment with your spirit. You're out of alignment. You are not bringing in the frequency that would create a healthy body. You're out of alignment on an emotional, mental, and physical level. You don't believe me? Take a look at your life. There's no way you'll have sickness or disease unless you're out of alignment. And I already told you, it's nature's way of telling you you are disrespecting yourself, dishonoring yourself. Yes, on an unconscious level, but you're still doing it. It still doesn't make it any better.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just to let you know, I have 2 other friends who were doing the training of triathlon with me and reported that they have high EBV reading and they have to see the doctor. So I said to them, oh, don't do what I did. Rest. And this guy went away for 2 weeks, only 2 weeks. His reading went down from 780 to 0. He only rested for 2 weeks. So you see how we've been manipulated by all these numbers and names of diseases.
If you want to be a statistic, you know where to go. If you want to be healed, then you better learn that you've got to become your own practitioner, your own authority. Because guess what? It is so easy to brainwash a PhD.
Yeah, totally.
Okay, transcending into wellness. Hello, friends. Holly M. here. I'm in the middle of your emotional healing training now. So what she's doing is she's doing what's called the Braveheart online emotional training. If you go to my master classes at the top and you type in Braveheart free, I'll give it to you today free. And that's a 33-day training, everyone. Let me see here. Dr. Wolf, there is an open mic. What does that mean? I don't know. Dr. Wolf, we can hear you. There's some background talking. That was me talking to my guys. Okay?
To get paid. Yeah.
Okay. Where in Canada is your humic fulvic from, please? Guess where it's from? Drumheller. And where was most of the dinosaurs found on the planet? Drumheller. And there's a reason, because the plant life millions of years ago was the richest there. And that's what makes us having the richest humic fulvic in the world deposit. How can I order these products? Oh, you just need to, you can go on, you can actually call if you want to go on WhatsApp, or if you want to call on Telegram at 250-215-8004. Could somebody please put that up? 250-215-8004. That is if you want to call on WhatsApp or on Telegram or on FaceTime. On that phone, it's a cell phone, that actually goes to our worldwide order desk. And you can order your products there, and we ship all over the world. Let me see here. Let's keep going. Oh, when are the Thunderstorms going to be in stock? 8 weeks. Okay, we're sold out. Where can I look up the Cellsonic? Well, go to our services, or you can look up Cellsonic, because we are the worldwide dealer for Cellsonic, and we train people on Cellsonic around the world. That's what we do. You can go look up, just type in the word Cellsonic on our search engine. You can go into the store.docofdetox.com, or you can just go to our services, and we talk about everything about Cellsonic. Awesome, yes. Okay, keep going. Yeah, the thing is you got to understand something. The more toxic you are, the more you struggle to be happy. The more you struggle to love life.
That's true.
I'd come but never want to leave. Well, that's not really a good excuse not to come, but okay. But understand something. Just come. Well, you'll want to leave. You probably want to go see your family or something. And if you don't want to leave, stay like most people. I mean, we have right now almost 200 people that have come down here that are never going home.
Yeah. Me included.
That's a lot of people because it's now their home.
Yeah.
I'm not, there will be no other home for me except here. The people are so beautiful. You can take all the stories that you hear about crime and cartel and everything else, and you know, they don't want you down here. Come on, look at how free we are. We have no restrictions, do we?
No.
You'll see the odd time there's something, but the odd time. It doesn't exist down here. Okay, not for us. Can you fix varicose veins? Yeah.
Yes.
If you want to stop being constipated, you have to understand something. Varicose veins are from constipation. And then you're going to say, yeah, but I got pregnant and I got more varicose veins. Well, yeah, that's right, because you were so blocked up in your colon, your liver, and you're already toxic. And then you got pregnant and you grew a baby in there, and the baby's around 8 to 10 pounds. So it's taking up that extra room. But you stop complaining, because guess how much poison the baby had to put up with in your tummy if you were already constipated and toxic. So understand that. You know, there should be loving in the oven. You should be looking at a perfect day lifestyle if you even think of getting pregnant. Might come in October. Lynn, she's from the UK. Good. Can we go down, Belle? Taylor, I have Black Diamond and I like it, and C60.
Yeah.
Black Diamond went on sale as of yesterday, and we have it on sale for everybody. 20% off, just letting you know. And that's in the bulk, 2 ounce, and in the stick. Kelly, what else can you use C60 for? Well, first of all, understand something. I used to wear glasses. Prescription. C60, I don't wear glasses. I don't wear reading glasses. It will help rewrite your brain. Even if you've got brain damage, it'll override it, and it'll create new neurons and synapses and a whole new pathway. What else will it do? Well, it'll bring your eyesight back. What else will it do? It'll restore anywhere in the human body. I can tell you more stories. We could be here all day. I could just We could line people up when it comes to C60 or ionic calcium or infinite iodine or our thunder shrooms or our humic folate. I'm telling you right now, we carry the best products in the world and we don't mind being challenged on it. Okay?
Kelly, because I had very dry skin, I splurge on my skin. I put it on my skin, after I scrub and brush, and I apply it every evening before I go to sleep. And it's really doing amazing wonders. I think it's also helping me to get rid of the liver spots on the brown spots.
Well, the C60 is a high vibrational molecule, and understand, like let's say if you had eczema or psoriasis, or you had liver spots like you do, you would first skin brush, right? Then you could do a sand glow or a salt glow, okay? Then you wash that off, okay? And then you would put your C60 on because you want to bring lots of circulation to the area and get the dead skin cells off. If you had eczema or psoriasis, you would take your clapper and you would clap the eczema and psoriasis until pus and blood is coming out. Not like squirting out. It's not like a horror movie. But you want to do it.
That was what I did to Jeremy. Remember, he had this pus here, the hand. He clapped until it came out. Then we put the C60 and the black diamond and the silver
you mix the
gel.
C60 with the black diamond on, and it'll suck it out. C60 will hold 600 to 700 times its weight in heavy metals and toxicity. And the C60 black diamond gives 60 to 70 micronutrients into the cell mitochondria. Think about that. The C60, I mean not the C60, the black diamond crosses the blood-brain barrier. So does the C60. So does the infinite iodine. So does the ionic calciums. And that's what you got to ask yourself. Will it get into the bloodstream? Will it cross the blood-brain barrier?
Right.
Will it get into the cells to repair the mitochondria? Because there's not an autoimmune disease or any disease on this planet that isn't created by damaged mitochondria, which are the powerhouse of the cell.
Totally.
Yeah. Okay, what do we got? What else can you use? Okay, C60 for? Well, you can use it for all skin conditions, okay? And we also use a little bit of C60. You can also use it for when you do a vaginal infusion.
Oh, yeah.
Okay?
It's the best.
And if you want to look at vaginal infusion, go into my Perfect Day guide or get yourself a Perfect Day consult for $150. Now you've got our support for the rest of your life. That's right. You've got your own consulting guide coach. All right? Turpentine natural will beat out C60 synthetic. I'm not sure what you're talking about because we don't have C60 synthetic. And just so everybody understands something, turpentine, pure turpentine, you got to watch what you say, Dwayne, because if it's not 100% gum spirit turpentine, you could be poisoning people. So just don't put stuff up like that. And it can be really tricky.
Yes.
All other turpentines that set a 100% gum spirit is actually toxic and you could kill someone.
Totally,
So
yes.
please don't just say that. Okay, next thing is C60. Just so you know, 90 to 95% of all C60 is fraudulent. You're right about that. But guess what? I don't have any fraudulent anything. And you can challenge me. I have the best C60 in the world. I already know it.
We have the best products.
We do. Well, and guess what? You're not going to find anybody else carrying these. And you're not. Must you have the jab to come here? Are you like crazy? No, you're not crazy. Listen, Gene, I'm going to tell you something. Here's the deal. Anybody that has had the jab, they can't come near us. Are you like crazy? Anybody can come. You know, I love this, eh? People go, you know what? Guess what? My mother had it and she can't come and visit us. Really? So you're going to not let your mother visit for the rest of your life. Do you want to know something? If you're taking products like we're doing, none of us are scared.
No.
Do you know what? Do you know how many people are here right now that have had it? 70% of the population in Canada has had the vaccine, the V. Okay, so we're talking about many people have had it, and a lot of people would just lie about it and come anyway. And why are we going to guilt people? I'm not going to do that. And understand, I have never had anybody, and I mean this, I don't know of anybody that's been on our protocol, the Perfect Day protocol, taking our nutraceutical energy medicine products that has even had any side effects. And understand, we have probably about 15 to 20 people that admitted it, and they're here detoxing right now. And they're shining. So understand that. You know what? I'm going to tell you something. We will never turn around away anybody. Everybody is our brother and sister, and there's nothing that can hurt us. The people that are here and the people that work here, everybody's...
My husband came here, and
Yes.
he's been vaccinated twice.
And he's been vaccinated twice.
And I've not had any of them. So
Okay, now why don't you tell them? How does your husband feel from buying into the protocol? Does he feel better than he's felt in 30, 40 years?
he feels that he's only 30 years old. He just turned 70 last month.
70.
70. And he came here first time in December. Was very skeptic about this whole cult thing. And got to meet Daryl.
Dr. Wolf, the cultist.
Met Daryl and met a few people, and then was very happy to leave. Very happy that he left with confirmed that this is not a cult, this is an amazing place, and he was so excited. He came back again a couple of weeks ago, and Daryl asked him, "How was your trip this time?" He says, "Oh, amazing, better than the first time because the fear is gone." And he's done some treatments. When he was here, he did some both non-surgical and cellsonic. Came back for more treatments, and today when he left, he says, I feel like I'm 30 in my 30s again, and he just turned 70. So
we need to say about the V thing. I call BS, dysfunctional belief systems. You stop picking on your family that had the V, and if you've had the V, stop feeling guilty. Love yourself, darling.
Totally, yes.
Love yourself. It's okay. You did nothing wrong. You only did what you thought was right, and you can make it right. You know what's going to make you sick? Thinking that you're sick. Thinking that you made a mistake. That's going to make you sick. You cannot do that. Yeah. I know of people that have gotten it, and they are in bed right now, and they can't live with themselves because the rest of the family didn't. Mm-hmm. And understand, you cannot do this. Do not undermine your health. You are beautiful. You made no mistake. You did the best at the time. And understand, if you want to get well and get out of that hell, we're going to show you. I'm telling you, get a consultation from us. If you're not happy with our consultation, we'll refund your $150. Keep my 360-page manual that is the best written health guide that you'll ever read, and I mean it, and that comes with it. But we're going to give you lifetime support, and do we?
Yes, totally.
We've got 4 rooms filled with master consultants answering questions from 9 until 5 Central Time, Monday through Friday. That's it. And these are for all the people who have had consultations that want to keep growing, because you're going to continue to grow. Be gentle. Healing is like learning a language. You can't go to a naturopathic doctor and drop $450 and think you're going to walk away an hour later, 2 hours later and go, well, I've got everything I need, silver bullet therapy. That's not going to happen. It doesn't happen. Step by step, gentle baby steps. Learn how to love and care for yourself. You're not going to buy into the program because people, guess what? People will not honor themselves for quite a while because they will honor the dishonoring beliefs that have been sunk into them like a rebar and cement.
The beautiful thing about being here is that the word COVID doesn't even exist. We move around freely. We are in groups of 50 to 100. It does not matter. There's going to be a Peyote festival this evening. I'm sure there'll be 50 people on the beach doing their chanting.
We had 165 people at our dance party here.
Yeah. So nobody, the word COVID, the masking and all that is not available.
Don't say too much, they'll take the show down.
Yeah, okay.
You can't mention those words too much.
Sorry.
We'll lose this show.
All right. So my husband was saying...
CV,
no such
set
thing.
me free.
Set me free. Okay. He was just amazed that everybody's moving freely, whereas other countries are still in the restricted movements and all that. But here, come here and join us. It's really amazing.
Look at guys. The president doesn't buy into it. The people of authority do not buy into it. But understand, big pharma's in every country. They own the media. They put the chokehold on. But you don't need to put a chokehold on yourself, for gosh sakes.
Yeah.
Okay, what else do we have here? Clarissa, love your products, Dr. Wolf. Would like to try Meridian and will buy next purchase.
What's Meridian?
I don't know. She must have typed something wrong. We definitely be there this year. Love to see you, sweetie. What can be done, Dawn? What can be done to heal an indirect and inguinal hernia?
Wolf non-surgical.
Well, Wolf non-surgical and perfect day consultations. The first thing.
Yeah.
Get a perfect day consultation. You don't have an inguinal hernia unless you've been pooping in your pelvis, and you actually the lining that holds your intestines and you burnt it out, and then you've rotted yourself out. And I know that might sound a little harsh. But guess what? Oh yeah, we all get inguinal hernias from moving the couch and lifting things up? Are you kidding? No, you got an inguinal hernia because you backed up your waist, you pooped in your pelvis, and guess what? What do you think fecal waste does? It rots out the tissue.
I've shared that with you. My husband had that
the
diagnosis.
discoloration on the lower part of your legs, I told you, it's called the pelvic bowl. You were pooping in your pelvis, and now you've got all that toxicity down in your legs. You don't think it's going to discolor?
Exactly what happened to Jeremy. He had the same thing. Coffee enema.
Yeah.
Coffee
Ultimate
enema.
coffee enema.
Ultimate coffee enema. That was.
Check it out in the do-it-yourself guide in the library.
The doctor prescribed some surgery for the inguinal hernia. I said, no way. Let's do this as naturally as we can. And coffee enemas, change his diet more drastically, and then it's gone. No more inguinal hernia. And he came here for Wolf non-surgical. Never had that again. So really, you can do not go down the medical route. Yes.
Can you keep going? Can you scroll up, Gad? Is Humira, sorry, a bad medicine for me to take? Okay, I'm not even going to comment on that. You shouldn't even have to answer that question, even ask that question. Okay, everybody, you know what? You shouldn't even have to ask that. Okay, what about this? What about every disease as a symptom, okay, of nature's way of telling you you are out of alignment with loving and caring for yourself? What if I answered it like that? Would you understand what I'm saying? I hope so. Evelyn, what is the mushroom therapy that the lady is talking about? It's called Thunderstorms. They won't be up, and again, for 8 weeks, we're sold out. And when they do come up, we're going to try to keep up. But you got to understand, these mushrooms are 30 to 90 years old. People don't sell mushrooms like that. They sell mushrooms that are 6 weeks old, made in a laboratory. These are grown
naturally.
What? Naturally, up in the mountains. Okay? Let me see. Michelle, so we don't want to talk about the shrooms too much until they come out.
Right.
Because people will be calling us like crazy. So I just want to pretend we...
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, Dr. Wolf. Let me see. Been asthmatic since I was 2. Actually, you weren't. If you were asthmatic, there's a physical problem of what? Your bowels were jammed up. Talk to your mother, and you'll find out you always had trouble pooping. But on the emotional side, with asthma, it's suppression from parents. It felt like they were sitting on your lungs, and it doesn't matter if you're 2 years old or 1 year old. Or even still in the womb, you can feel terrorized from your parents because everything is frequency. Dr. Darrell Wolf replying to Tammy, looking forward to seeing you soon, Tammy. That's nice. That's nice of her.
Will the cardio bed help with asthma?
What do you think?
Cardio bed.
We have a cardio bed. It's a $250,000 apparatus that you lay on, and you put the cuffs around your calves, your thighs, and then your pelvis. And what it actually does is when your heart beats, it stops. And when you're in between a heartbeat, it contracts, and it contracts like this. And it does that, and what it does is it creates pressure. Did you know that we have people that come here that have blockages from 85 to 95%? And even if we didn't do the perfect day, even if we didn't do the juice bar, if we didn't do the ultimate coffee enema, if we didn't do all the exercise, if we didn't do all this other stuff, in 6 weeks to 7 weeks, that person will actually grow a whole new set of arteries from that bed, because the human body's amazing. When you create the pressure, it creates a whole new set of new set of arteries, not varicose veins, a new set of arteries in the heart. So yes, listen, that's all natural, no side effects again.
No.
Cell sonic, no side effects. Cardiovascular bed, no side effects. We have our thermography is the most in-depth thermography, isn't it?
Totally, yes. That was why I asked my husband to go on the cardio bed. He has a strong heart, but he's aging 70 years old, so he doesn't have any much power left for regeneration. So if the natural energy medicine can help with the degeneration, why not? So since he's here, Dara says it can help with the arteries, and he when he had one treatment, he noticed that his breath, his lungs had more space, and he could breathe deeper and longer, and the whole lung area capacity was increased. A good side effect from the cardio bed, isn't it? Wouldn't you say?
Yeah, well, the cardio bed's good for everything. It's good for varicose veins.
Oh,
it's good for bringing back your digestion, assimilation, elimination in your core.
Okay.
It's excellent for your breathing.
So I can go on it?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Because I need that.
Let me see here.
Can
Angela,
C60
will
help?
C60 help with absolutely. Remember, macular degeneration, whether people want to believe this or not, it's actually inflammation in the brain. It's inflammation in the brain. Same with cataracts. So if you repair the brain, you repair the eyes. But I would also look at, if you can afford Merigen, but if not, you can use locally on the eyes the Bright Eyes nanophalvic eye drops.
Yes, that's
you
a
can
beautiful
use the
product.
infinite iodine in the eyes,
Yes.
one drop in
Yes.
each eye. And you can also use, and what we do is we take the silver bullet liquid, we take the Falwick Bright Eyes nano drops, and we 50-50. And then what you can do is you can either put drops in your eyes, or if you've got a really bad problem, get an eye cup from the drugstore, and then put a little bit in and do an eye cup where you're really like blinking your eye, keep this one closed and blink this one, and allow it to come in the back of the eye and soak right into the tissue, and do it longer, and do that 3 times a day, and then tell me you're not kicking butt. Okay, so that's really one of the fastest ways to do it. Cindy, and also if you're working on a computer, Angela, and you are not wearing a silk scarf in front of your throat, that's not smart. For your thyroid, I know it's not your eyes, but if you're not wearing Tesla glasses, these are the only, these are called fluorine lenses. Now, you remember when we were talking about the C60 to help improve your eyes? Well, what do you think's in these lenses? C60. Who do you think invented this? Tesla invented C60. C60 is in these glasses, they're called Teslas. They're the only ones in the world. Forget blue light glasses. Forget them. Okay. If you can spend as much money as you spend for a pair of Ray-Bans, okay, or Maui Gyms, you can have these. And if you have these, headaches gone, eye burn gone.
Yes.
Okay? Clarity of thinking. Okay? Because remember, blue light poisoning is the main poison that's hurting people today. Not 5G, it's blue light. Okay? All right? Cindy, fungi can affect any part of the body. Yes, but it always starts in the large intestine. So you need to get that. You could have fungus in your nose if you have black mold in your house. But fungus starts in the body because of antibiotics and rotting of your gut. And the rotting is not your gut. The rotting is your large intestine. It's not a manure pile. Your large intestine is supposed to be a compost, making good bacteria, because you have 500 to 700 trillion bacteria where you only have 50 trillion cells. We are walking bacteria, and our bacteria are the smartest part of a human being, besides the spirit. Okay? Fungi can affect any part of the body except the teeth. I went through a lot of depression when I was very sick with fungal infection and didn't realize how much chemicals affected me. No. So fungus will undermine you, but if you don't go to the large intestine and do things like daily cleansing tea, black gold, tummy love, and then do the ultimate coffee enema, you got a long, hard road ahead of you.
Yeah.
You got to do those two things first. Get the cork out, change the filter, and then let's win the game. That's where you start. I would get a Perfect Day consult if I were you. I didn't realize all the toxins that were in the food I was eating. There's toxins in organics now. But guess what? We are amazing healing machines. Once I killed off the fungi, the depression went away.
Yes.
Absolutely, sweetheart.
Yes. Yeah.
Because they were attacking your immune system. And understand something, fungi cause inflammation. Inflammation on the brain causes depression, but it's not depression. The brain actually shuts down, and then we think it's depression, but it has to shut down because the inflammation could cause you to stroke out or seizure, okay? Once I killed off the fungi, the depression went away. Great. Marcel, how much water to stick of black diamond? Well, some people will actually, what I would do is I'd put one stick to a liter to a quart.
Yeah.
That's as least as I would do it.
A liter, yeah.
I wouldn't go less, okay? And don't stir it. This stuff's so energetic, you watch. It'll dance around and it'll mix itself in the water. Now remember something, you're saying, yeah, but it's just humic fulvic from millions of years ago. Yeah. And what do you think the oxygen content was millions of years ago? What do you think the mineral and vitamin content and the vibration in the world? When dinosaurs ruled the world, you couldn't have a dinosaur live here now because it's too big and needs too much. The vibration's not high enough. Okay. Yes, I put C60 on my face. Okay, first of all, we will beat anything that you're doing at the esthetician. Anything,
Yes.
won't we?
Yes, totally.
First, you skin brush your face. We have a natural skin brush made out of hemp and cactus fiber. You skin brush the face first. Then you clap it with our clapper, right? You clap it. Check out body care, and you'll find out all our body care stuff there. Then you clap it with your clapper, okay? And then if you want to go all the way, then you should use the Beyond Beauty spray. It's a humic fulvic spray to draw the toxins out, right?
Yeah.
And then what do? Well, then you use the C60, and then you use but you use the coconut oil or the hemp oil. They're both good for the skin. I like the coconut better.
Yeah, me too.
And then you take the Beyond Beauty moisturizer.
Yeah.
Which is made from 13 wildflower petals and all organic ingredients. You can actually eat the product. You don't eat it, but you could. That's how good it is.
How pure, yeah.
Try that and then tell me what you think of your face. Do that every day. And when you clap your face, go look at Clapping for Life, Clapping for Health in my library, and you do that routine, and then tell me that your face doesn't look 10 years younger if you do it for...
My face looks 10 years
If you
younger,
do it for like, let's say 10 days to 3 weeks, depending on how much you are a smoker, how much alcohol you drink, and how much toxic food, and how miserable you are. Because it's going to take you a while longer.
Yeah, totally.
Okay. I love ionic minerals. Well, the reality is guess what? You can't just buy an ionic mineral formula because look at the calcium, ionic calcium. Our ionic calcium therapy is the only ionic calcium that works in the world. And just remember this, I'm putting that challenge out to everyone. Now you're going to tell me, no, I've got an ionic calcium product and it absorbs through the stomach. Well, I don't really care. If it's not getting into the cells to repair the mitochondria, then it's not doing its job. If it's not calcium ions that are causing the making and the breaking of bones, like when you were in your teens and 20s, I don't care. It's not working. So I only know of one product that actually works, and that's ours. And go do the research, go watch the videos in my library, look at the ionic calcium guide, and then come and challenge me. Where are we here?
The ionic calcium is powerful. I had acute osteoarthritis in my report from my medical 4 years ago. I don't have any of that now. It's not in my report anymore.
Beautiful. So it'll reverse it. Just understand something. It will reverse. We've had cases of people in their 80s, their bones crumbling because they were on Fosamax for 20 years.
Oh, wow.
And after a year of doing the ionic calcium 4 times a day, They had the bone structure of a healthy 40-year-old.
It's an amazing product. It's the best thing.
Okay, next, where are we here? Kristen, I get in here what you are saying, but there are all these different things, C60, Black Diamond, etc. Each one you will say, will do everything. Ionic calcium, each one you say is a miracle product. Well, they all are. I'm not telling you to buy them all before I even read any further. The reality is this, is our ionic calcium, it brings your bone making and breaking back to when you were in your youth. How many people are suffering from that? So we're not telling you to do that, but I am telling you that C60 is the most powerful, highest vibrational nutrient on the planet. And understand, everything is frequency. We're just sharing with you the gold nuggets that we found around the world in the last 45 years. That's it. That's all we're doing. We're not telling you to buy them or do them. This is an educational program.
Yes.
You know?
Kristen, if you do a
one is
consultation,
so powerful, why do I hear people using multiple products? Every time I hear you talk, I think I want that one, but how do I know? Well, because you don't have to buy them all.
Yes.
But everybody has different personalities. Everybody has different realities. Everybody has different symptoms. But understand something. Okay, when Serena did this, she was going to save her life. Do people die early? Do they suffer for the last 15 years of their life? If you had a 5-foot hole, you'd build a 5-foot ladder. What if you had a 20-foot hole like Serena and thought your life was over? Do you want to know something? Did you go and watch the show, what we call as Braveheart Regeneration? Okay. Did you go watch that? Dorothy, who's 80, only 3 weeks ago, she came here and she said, this was the last thing. My life is over. She did the whole life coach course. And guess what? That was only 9 days. Her whole life has changed. Do you know what she's doing right now? She's 80, acting 18. Go back and watch the show.
Yeah, I didn't recognize that at all.
Something.
Yeah.
We're not here to sell you everything. But I'll tell you one thing. Okay. When people decide to come and see us, say yes or no, no more than this. When people come to see us, have they done everything medically? And by the time they come to us, they're burnt out. Their immune system is crushed. Their emotions are down. So what do? We pull out the best of the best and we go, guess what? Within days to weeks, we're going to show you that we can turn your body back on. And then we're going to go hard for 3 months to maybe a year, depending on the situation. And then they're going to spend whatever they spend, but we make a promise that you're going to get your life back. And I'd rather be in debt than dead. And that's not to be a drama queen. And we're not here to see how much we can sell you, but I'm not going to tell you just because we have poverty thinking or we're not worth it to just do this when I know you need this. If you've got a 20-foot hole, you need to go and do that. Serena, do we only tell people what we believe they need? And then guess what? It doesn't take long to know if we're right. So understand, this is not some marketing pitch here, but you tell me that your family's getting well. Tell me that the people with autoimmune diseases and chronic illnesses ever get well, or do they just turn the burner down a little bit to make it a little bit more comfortable on their suffer journey? We don't do that here. We are out to take massive personal action and turn lives around. Do we do that or we don't do that?
Kristen, I've been here since September and I've been observing, and I've had many people come to me to say, this is my last stop. I've searched the whole world. I've tried every protocol and this is it. They come. After 3 weeks, I said to them, how are you? Oh my gosh, this is amazing. Now, Kristen, you don't have to take everything that we say or that Daryl says. But the best thing for you to do is probably have a perfect day consultation, let them know what your issues are, then they can advise, the consultant will advise you what what of the supplements that will be most effective for you, and you can share with them what's your budget so you don't overspend. And we work small steps, baby steps at a time. Do one thing first and then heal the next, and you don't have to have everything because it's overwhelming. Oh my God, I don't have
That's
that money.
why we tell people to come here for a few days,
Yeah.
or even if you came here for a couple of weeks or 3 weeks, why don't you come here and make this your holiday destination?
Yeah.
Okay, the beach is 5 minutes away. It's absolutely beautiful, is it?
Yes. Oh, amazing! Every day the
It's a
the waves
5-minute
are
walk.
different. It's always a new story on the beach, a new adventure on the
Turtle
beach.
release, you
Yeah.
name it. So now we've got 2 pools here. We've got tiki huts for meditation. We've got a volleyball court, sand volleyball court.
An
We've got the
amazing
most-
juice bar.
Our
Amazing
juice bar.
bar.
There's no juice bar in Mexico. I don't even think there's a juice bar in Canada like ours.
No.
There isn't. Not the quality we have. All right, I have a $30,000 juicer. It doesn't make juice, it makes nectar. There's a big
Totally.
difference.
Yes,
It
yes.
actually, it grinds up the fiber so gentle and so slow. I mean, if you have to order your juice, because it takes us 20 minutes to a half an hour to make your juice, so that we don't oxidize any of the nutrition and you get it all. All right, I just purchased another juicer. That juicer's $50,000. It's 431 pounds. And that's because we don't want to rush the juicing. It has to come out so gentle and so loving to keep all that nutritional benefit there. Okay? So it's like this. The things that we can teach you, you will be smarter than your practitioner.
Yes.
And I'm not trying to down your practitioner, but your practitioner probably hasn't taught you the perfect day. We're going to teach you from the minute you open your eyes until you gently close them at the end of the day, right through the whole day, how to make these beautiful choices. And then for $150, if you did the consult, we're with you for life.
Yeah.
Serena, she asks more questions than anyone else, and they keep coming. Understand something. You've been programmed to off yourself. You've been programmed to suffer. Tell me you haven't. And guess what? What you think is a reasonable program, what you think is a normal program, is abnormal to get well. If things are so good out there, then why is it that 92 to 96% of the population has an autoimmune disease in every civilized country? Oh, but things are so good. So when you hear me talking differently, I had to do it differently. Okay? I don't expect anybody to believe me. But if I do the same thing that everybody else is doing, I'm going to get the same results. And that would be a real kick in the teeth when I offer a money-back guarantee on our trainings and courses, don't you think? And our treatments, we offer a money-back guarantee. So there'd be a problem there. So I'm not going to do what the majority does, or I'll be broke. And the reality is I'm willing to put myself on the line about my products, my trainings, my courses, my treatments. I am. I do every day. But let me do it the right way. Make sure that we're doing it the right way. When people come here, whether they have constipation to cancer, they better be going home with the perfect day. They better not be going home well now to only fall back into hell later. They better be going home knowing that they've changed things on an emotional level, and that makes sure that they'll always keep them changed on a physical level. When you go home and your family's going, what are you, some kind of health nut? What'd you do, drink the Kool-Aid? I mean, think about it. That's all you're going to get from your family. Very rare that somebody's going to go, good for you. No, soon as you disrupt somebody's life because you eat different, you think different, you talk different, they don't like it. And that's because the subconscious was actually engineered in a laboratory to make sure that we come up against anything new, even if it saves our life. What do you think?
Yes, I totally agree.
Yeah.
So the best thing is for you to do a perfect day consultation, and then we work from there, and then you see the benefits of all the supplements that we talk about. And you don't have to take everything, but you need to take massive personal action, and because you love yourself.
It's always about massive personal action. But guess what? Good luck loving yourself. Good luck with your family letting you. Society, the world, okay? And you cannot love yourself until you have unconditional love for this world and understanding that the world will never change. And the world is not going to end. Planet Earth will be here forever, but human beings will not be forever until they learn how to love and care for themselves. But good luck with that, coming up against the rest of the world that's been trained not to do that. God love them anyway. Let's see, what do we got here? Linda. Okay, can we keep going down, or are we at the end? Yeah, everybody's talking on here about using turpentine. Don't be so gun-ho with it, okay? Just know that we are not going to be telling people to go gun-ho with the turpentine. And everybody's saying it here. First time somebody said 100% pure gum spirits, yeah, go out and get somebody to buy turpentine. Don't tell them how to use it properly. You'll be the ones to deal with the end result. That's all I'm going to say. Okay, here we go. Replying to Sharon, nothing is stopping you from becoming your own doctor, Sharon. Love yourself well and take the right steps towards proper health, and you will never be an emergency and will never need a medical doctor. She's right. Mm-hmm. You only need a medical doctor if you get into a car accident or you get into some other accident, sports injury, or something like that. You know, if you want to buy into the medical system, you're going to become a 911 emergency for the rest of your life. Oh, okay. All right, I think we're at the end here.
Yeah.
So I will be back tomorrow for the fasting celebration because tomorrow's the last day of the 6-day water fast. Tomorrow we'll be doing the fasting celebration. It'll be Tuesday. No, it's not Wednesday, guys. They have Wednesday here. On Thursday, also tomorrow, so tomorrow we will have the fasting celebration Q&A. We'll also have John, I already told you, who produces our humic fulvic. You can come on and quiz us if you want. And then quiz me on me saying that we have the only heavy metal free, the most purest humic fulvic, nanofulvic in the world. We'll be on here tomorrow. I think that's on at, I'll be on at 12 for the fasting celebration Q&A. Then I'll be on with John at 2 o'clock tomorrow for the humic fulvic. And then on Thursday, we'll have the Braveheart Women's Show, okay? And we've got other things planned for you as well. Let me see. A Pain-Free Pelvis is on every day for just a few minutes. It's at 4 o'clock. It's mainly for women. And they're going to be talking about all the pelvic things that go on with women every day this week at 4 o'clock. And then you might want to join their 3-day training. They're going to do one training on Zoom, and then they're going to do a live one here. We have women coming from all over Mexico, and some are flying down from Canada and the United States. A couple ladies are coming from Europe, and they're coming to the 3-day pelvic training. It's the first, the second, and third. And then the Zoom is going to be happening. I don't know. They haven't given me the date yet. Do you know the date, Yarek?
Yeah, what?
For the Zoom pelvic training show.
It's a Thursday. Wednesday.
No, the Zoom pelvic training. On Zoom, pelvic training.
6, 7, and 8 April, I think.
6, 7, and 8 of April. Okay. And the first, second, and third is the live one here in person. And then 6, 7, and 8 of April is the Zoom one. If you go to our website, if you want, you can join up, or you can watch the show today. They'll be talking about it every day at 4 o'clock to let everybody know, okay? And remember to join us on show.docofdetox.com and never miss the opportunity to come on and ask questions. If you go to show.docofdetox.com, then you will get a link that you can always come on and ask questions, everybody. For all our shows that are too hot, that might be taken down by Facebook, you will find them on Telegram at t.me/the-doc-of-detox, Rumble, Bitchute, Odyssey, Brighton. We're on all of these. And for our weekly newsletter, go to Doc of Detox or itioh.com and enter your email to join our Braveheart Tribal Nation. This newsletter is not to sell products, but to sell you on self-love and self-care. The Doc of Detox newsletter is the best way to keep up to date and to get information, okay, that you're not going to find on mainstream. Another way, okay, and the other thing is to, can you go down further, please? If you're interested in a consultation, please go to the top of the page at Doc of Detox, click on consultations, and then pick the master consultant that you decide you want, okay? When watching on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe below and make sure you click on the bell to enable notifications so that you never miss a show. And remember, one last thing, all our Q&As are time-stamped, okay, so that you can find your questions. But you can also go to Spotify, iTunes. Can you scroll, please? And so you can go to, hold on here, Spotify or SoundCloud or iTunes, and you get all the audios. You can download them if you're in the train, a plane, or car, or just want to listen to them. All right? I want to thank everybody for joining me. Is there anything you'd like to tell everyone?
Have the best day of your life. Love yourself. Be a brave heart.
How would you like to do the Braveheart quote today?
Yes, I would love to.
Okay.
I am love. I am healed. I am Braveheart. Today and every day, from the moment I rise until I gently close my eyes, I will trust, honor, respect, protect, forgive, and totally love myself first and foremost before anyone else or anything else. So help me God, because I am, I can, I am healed, I am Braveheart. Thank you for watching and supporting us.
Thanks, everybody. 3,
God
2,
bless
1.
you. Take back your power.
We got this, Bravehearts. God bless.
God bless.
Okay. You know, it's not good enough to have the most powerful courses, treatments, and training. We want to deliver to you the adventure of a lifetime that's going to last a lifetime. And I'm going to take you on a little adventure right now and show you what we are going to deliver. What are we going to deliver? We are going to deliver the authentic you, the real you, the genius inside. How would you like to become not just the master of your mind, but the master of your body, the master of your life? You know what? The most important world is your world, and we're about to show you how to create it.
Found Dr. Wolf and all his positivity and trying to reshape our way of thinking and help me be a better person, a better mom, better wife. I'm glad I found him in person in Ixtapa, Mexico.
Never limit yourself to beautiful, because that's what you are. Take a look at this beautiful place. We all deserve beauty in our life. You need to create a new program that is unlimited when it comes to things that are beautiful, things that make you happy, things that make you shine, things that make you feel excited. Let's get excited.
This guy's got something really interesting to say and he's sharing it really openly and we're just really not caring what other people think, and I just thought that was really empowering.
What I've learned in my life is this: to be the change you wish to be the change you wish to see, Braveheart, you have to understand you take life one step at a time.
Dr. Wolf, as many people will have seen, is very direct and straight and will take you to the edge of the cliff, as he says, and then pull you back just in time.
Never lose your focus. Never lose your dream, because you are the dream maker. It's called image, but guess what? It's your imagination. The image that you hold creates the thought that you live with. That thought creates an emotion that creates a frequency, and we know that the invisible creates the physical. I mean, that's quite obvious. So be the power that you seek And understand something, that all your thoughts matter. And guess what? Unless you're willing to take a look at those thoughts and retrain your brain, change your personality, you'll never change your reality, and your reality could become infinite.
He's a wealth of information, and I love it.
You were created by your creator to create. So let's create something amazing together.
I found Dr. Wolf and I went, wow, here's a truth speaker. And he spoke to my soul and he spoke truth.
So tell me what you think of the destination that I came up with my imagination to hold the whole life coach certification for you. Understand something. It's all about beauty. It's all about adventure. It's all about stimulating the mind, okay? And understanding that your mind is unlimited. And that is what the whole life coach certification is all about. In the whole life coach certification, we are going to go deeper. We have people coming to us, professionals coming to us, from doctors to nurses to accountants to oil riggers to mothers that want to expand their life. And when they come here, they go, I need to learn to help my family, or I want to improve my business. But guess what? We get into their business. When they leave, they become the change that they wish to see, that they wish to be. They become the gift to the world, because when you can stay in the present, and you can't do that until you have unconditional love and care for yourself. And I'll tell you something right now. I have hardly even found 1 out of 1,000 practitioners or even so-called whole life coaches that can hold the present moment and own it and then give it as a gift. And this is what I'm going to give to you. And when you come here, this is where you're going to come into this room when you need to find alignment, you need to find balance, and you need to get back into your lion heart breath, because we're going to go deep into your heart and we're going to become the spark that you seek.
And actually what I really love about Dr. Wolf's teachings is that unconditional love is literally it. And then you're like, how can it be that easy? That's just silly. So, but it's really not.
Come play, come stay, come train with us today. Understand something. I know we have fear, but understand, that's just false evidence appearing real. I get it. Stick your toe in, feel the water, but then I want you to dive right in, because
How I found my brave heart was through Daryl. He really teaches you to go within and go in through your heart and not your mind, because your heart's a lot more connected to so much more than your mind. Your mind is just so conditioned and your heart is just so open and beautiful.
you're the answer that you've been looking for. Let me teach you how to fly. What does that mean? First, love yourself, brave heart. Let's take life in and win.
I had just lost my husband a couple of years ago. With his passing, he gave me the greatest gift to love myself. But Dr. Wolf gave me the greatest gift in understanding that.
I had a dream 3 years ago that I would live in Mexico and I would have this training center, this teaching center, this treatment center that would touch the world. Your dreams are never too big. And when they start to create a little bit of anxiety, turn them into excitement. And get excited, because this is your life.
He's the first doctor that I have encountered that has truly given me the truth, and not just half-truths, but the full truth. So it's been revolutionary for me in my healing process.
And this, my friend, when you take on the dream of all dreams, and you realize that if you stay connected to your breath, that you can have it all. Do not let anybody take your breath away. Do not let anybody steal your dream, okay? Listen, God gave you imagination. This is your sandbox. of life. Take your life back. Right now, we are teaching courses to people that have come from all over the world, and the government is saying you can't travel, you can't breathe, you can't have this, you can't come together. Yes, we will. And we will do it with unconditional love for each other. And we will learn to grow. We will not judge each other. We'll observe and see where we can support each other. But at the same time, we will hold the Braveheart line, because this is the only way that we can grow. So find your roar, because you're so much more. And learn this. You are the unconditional love that you've been looking for. You are the dream maker. I can't wait to see you. We want to become that small piece of the puzzle that brings your dream together. Thank you. Let me ask you a question. What do you think it would take to turn your life around? I can tell you right now, I learned that a long time ago, what the key was. And anybody that has been able to perfect the perfect day on an emotional, physical, and spirit level knows this. The answer is massive, personal action. That's what it's going to take for you to turn your life around. And to turn your life around, you're going to have to go within if you want to change without. And that's the bottom line. And you know, people think that they can do it like with a consultation, or maybe they can do it with a telephone call or a Band-Aid or a 911 emergency, a treatment. But understand, that's not the way it is. The day that you realize that when you master your mind is the only time you're going to master your body. Forget your life. That's always going to be just random luck until you know that you must become the master of your day. From the moment you rise until you gently close your eyes, you must be the only authority for you. And if you think that getting an hour consultation is going to do it, it's not. If you think that going for therapy is going to do it, it's not. You have to submerge yourself into what we would call the personal treatment and training. And you need to do that from anywhere from 6 days to 10 days, or you need to come for my whole life coach certification, because if you don't go in deep, you'll never make changes. They say it takes 10,000 times for you to repeat something before it becomes a prominent, dominant thought. And if you understood that 70 to 90% of all your thoughts are not yours, and they say that 70% of your thoughts are toxic, tell me they're not. Take a look at the majority of the population. 92% of the population has an autoimmune disease, which means the body is attacking itself. Before that, though, the person was attacking themselves on a subconscious, unconscious level. And that, my friend, is the bottom line, and why you must take a personal treatment and training and go deep and understand how to run your life. What that means is learning how to think, how to drink, how to eat, and knowing when somebody is mistreating you, when someone is disrespecting you, because until you honor and respect yourself, no one else is going to do it. So understand, this is your life. If you want to live your passion and purpose, then you must become the master of your mind to become the master of your body so that you can become the light for your family. So please, consider this. You've got the time and you've got the money, because you're going to change the rest of your life for the rest of your life, and that's my guarantee to you.